Hey guys, this is John. Sorry if this video is not perfect and or my eyes are like really red or whatever. I've just had a crazy series of events that I would like to share with you guys over the last like hour or so, 2 hours of my life. So originally I got out of the house to kind of clear my head. I've been at home all day. I was off work, and after you're used to working all the time, it's kind of hard to sit around the house and, sit here all day. And I've been recording videos and doing all that. And meanwhile, in the midst of all that, there's been some personal things going on. Sent out a very heartfelt message today to a person I care very deeply about, who's been a big influence on me over the last couple of months. And just a lot of things started hitting me. A lot of things started getting in my head about life in general, my family losses, and everything. So I decided to take a walk a couple hours ago, and I went up to a church where there's a graveyard. You may have seen that in the ghost videos or whatever. And I went up there to basically clear my head, and I walked up to the doors of the church, and apparently the doors were open. So, I guess they do that because of homeless people who may need a place to stay during the winter, or God only knows what, but they leave the doors open for people to come in there and, I guess, worship and everything, and that's pretty cool. But I haven't really been a religious person for a long fucking time, and I wouldn't necessarily call myself a Christian right now, but, I've become more open to faith and what faith entails and all that stuff, and I've become a lot more respectful of why people or people liking their certain faiths and all that stuff. And I walked in the church and it was dead quiet, and I just sit there and I fucking lost it, dude. I remembered, my mom, my dad, and all the people that have died in my family, and just everything. And it's been a long, time. I don't necessarily go to church or do anything like that. So I just walked in there. It's freezing cold here in North Carolina. I've been doing videos most of the day with my window open, so it's been fucking cold in here. I've been in the cold all day, basically. And I just kind of had an emotional break. I just sit there and kind of talked in the church, no one there, me by myself, in silence. And I didn't have any visions. God didn't come to me and say some magical words or anything like that, but some things would happen in the next 2 hours that I don't know if it's a sign or what. And there's things that happen in my life that I kind of question what's going on, and I look at things a lot deeper and more clearly now that I've went through my personal path, which since I've come back from suicide, I've felt more in tune with life and spirituality and all those things. But I composed myself the best I could. I sit there for like a while just breaking down and crying and trying to talk to my dead relatives. I know that sounds kind of fucked up, but just saying that I don't know if I'm strong enough to go to where I need to go with my life. Basically. Just saying I don't know if I'm strong enough to finish the journey. And that's it, man. I mean, that's it. I mean, today's just been kind of a fucked up day, and now I'm looking at some things that are going to face me in the future that may be very hard to overcome, and I don't know if I got the strength or the fortitude to do it. I'm going to be honest with you. And that's fine. If I fail, I fail. If I die in the streets, I die in the streets. But at least I said what I had to say while I was here, right? But anyways, so I go back home. I'm sitting here and I just want to get the fuck out of the house. So I walk down the road. And, it's nighttime here. I'm wearing dark clothes because I really didn't think about anything. And I get a little ways from the house, and then all of a sudden a car comes whizzing by me with their bright lights on. And I don't know who the fuck it is, and I start clapping at the car and yelling at it, and I'm like, oh, good job, asshole, because I'm on the side of the road in the grass, and this person gets really fucking close to me. Well, come to find out, that was a local police officer. And he drove back and basically was giving me the riot act about walking out in the middle of the road, which I don't know when the side of the road became the middle of the road and how I was wearing dark colors. And You know, he was sitting there saying if I got hit by a car that nobody else would be responsible, and I kind of responded with, yeah, I know that, and if I get hit by a car, it's my own fault. I accept that. So, needless to say, I had to hold back myself from really getting on this cop and being like, fuck you, dude, I'm walking down the road, what's your fucking problem? You know, like, you were the one who almost hit me with your goddamn cop car, dude. So I said my piece, and bearing in mind the cop pulled into oncoming traffic to stop them, and sit there in the road and delayed a person for like 6 minutes or 5 minutes or 3 minutes or however long it fucking took for him to talk to me, with his headlights facing in the other direction. Okay, I'm just walking. Okay, I got my backpack on and I got my hat on because my damn toboggan because it's fucking cold. So essentially, in a roundabout way, very respectfully, I tell the cop to go fuck himself, and I continue to walk. I'm like, okay, well, I'm going home now. Is that all right? Can I fucking go home now? Because I've committed no crime at this point. So he leaves, and he's basically like, you can't be out here in the middle of the road yelling at cars. And I'm like, I'm not in the middle of the road yelling at cars, and the only fucking reason why I said anything to you, dude, is because you came blazing by me at doing 90 miles per hour. So I walk home. I get up enough money to go buy some cheap fucking cigars or whatever to have some smokes. I walk home, and then I get the money up, and then I go up to the gas station, which is like a couple of blocks from my house. Well, I got to walk there, and there's no sidewalks here, nothing. It's out in the middle of the country. So, that took about 10, 15 minutes to get back to the house. Took about 20 minutes. Roundabout, if that, maybe about 5 minutes, if that, and to get the money and then go, and I let the people I live with know I just got stopped by the cops. Okay, I'm thinking at this point it's over. It was just a passing thing, whatever. So, little known fact about the place I live is there's a main road here called Buffalo Shoals, and on that road, basically the sheriff's department patrols that road constantly. Now, like the next road over, you walk up and that becomes a whole different county, a whole different district, and a whole other set of rules. At that point, you're no longer seeing sheriff's deputies, you're seeing fucking maiden police, basically. And at that point, it's like, I sit there and I get home and I'm walking up the road and I'm on the side of the road. I'm in the grass. I'm out of the way of traffic. I'm not in the middle of the road. I'm just walking up to the gas station. And right before I got to the gas station, there's a car coming up and it slows down and I get off the road and I step away from the side of the road like several feet because I'm thinking at this point I've been targeted by police. They're going to harass me. They're going to come back and say something, right? So at this point, the car's slowing down, and I once again, it's dark outside. I can't tell if it's a fucking cop or a person or just a pedestrian, or just a normal citizen or whatever, mind you. I'm just seeing headlights slow down, then I see the floodlights come on, and I'm like, okay, that might be a cop, but that's not uncommon for people to have on their cars out here in the country. So, next thing I know, sheriff's deputies are pulling up on me. And he pulls up on me and he says, hey, guy, what are you doing out here, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I'm just trying to walk to the gas station, sir. That's it. He pulls into the fucking, he pulls into the house that I'm right beside because there's a house right before you hit the gas station. And at that point, he pulls in, and I stand behind his car. I don't move. I don't reach for anything. I don't do shit. Because at this point, I'm thinking, all right, what the fuck's going on, dude? Something's done went wrong. I'm about to get arrested, if not my head beat in. I don't know what the fuck's about to happen. Because we're in a country where motherfuckers get shot by the wrong cop at the wrong time in the wrong place. So I'm sitting there, and basically he gets out of the squad car, and I'm holding my hands out. Like, I'm holding my hands up like this the entire fucking time. As soon as he stopped, I'm like this, dude. I'm like, I ain't got a fucking weapon. I'm not even going to give you a goddamn inkling that I am a danger to you right now, dude. Like, seriously. He then proceeds to get out of the car, walk toward me. I'm still holding my hands up, bearing in mind, I know the routine. I'm an American. I know how to be a fucking good guy for the cops. I don't fucking resist. I don't fucking say anything. I'm like, okay. Bearing in mind at this point, all I have done was try to walk out, get out of the house and clear my head. That's it. That's all I've done. I haven't said any rude thing to the police officer who stopped me before. Nothing. I'm just sitting there. Now, bearing in mind, I'm white in Trump country. So that should tell you how bad it is. I'm a white guy walking in Trump country. And it's not the middle of the night here. It's only like 7 o'clock because down in the South, when it gets, this time of year, it gets dark around 6. Okay, 6 in the afternoon. It gets like fucking middle of the night dark. So he continues to come out of the car, and to the officer's credit, I will give the 2 sheriff's deputies credit. When they stopped me, they were fucking cool dudes. They were nice guys. And the guy came up, patted me down, and he asked me, he's like, "You got any weapons on you?" I'm like, "No, sir. I just got my cell phone and a little bit of money in my front pocket of my hoodie." And he patted me down. He cleared me or whatever. I still have my hands up. I'm still treating myself as a hostile suspect at this point because I don't want to give him any reason to fucking kill me. And I'm sitting there, and the guy asked me, "Are you okay? You can relax, man." And I'm still not relaxed. When I put my hands down by my side, I have my palms facing out, both of my hands wide open. I don't reach into my fucking pockets. I don't fucking do anything to get killed. At this point, I'm thinking I might get fucking killed over this shit. Just a walk to the store. Shit starts flashing in my head. Trayvon Martin, fucking Philando Castile. Everything starts flashing in my fucking head, dude. I'm thinking I'm gonna fucking get killed, or at the very least, severely beaten by a corrupt cop if I'm not. I mean, it's a fucking roll of the dice as to who the fuck you're going to get on the other side of that badge. But I will give these men credit. These 2 officers, sheriff's deputies, I don't know their name or badge numbers, but they treated me with respect and dignity. I will give them that. And in a situation where no more than an hour ago, I was fucking having a damn meltdown about my family, it kind of was a fucking situation to be put in, and it kind of put a lot of things in perspective, man, because if I would have said the wrong things at the wrong time tonight, I could have got my fucking brains beat in. If I would have said the wrong things at the wrong time tonight, I would have got fucking arrested. If I would have said the wrong things at the wrong fucking time tonight, I would have got shot. I would have got fucking killed. Over fucking what? Because a cop infringed on my goddamn, space, and then I just basically yelled at him, "Watch the fuck out." And this motherfucker took the initiative to put damn near an APB out on me that I was, apparently from what the sheriff's deputies told me, dancing in the middle of the street and yelling at cars. Dancing in the middle of the street and yelling at cars. That's what he fucking told them. And it hit me so hard, man, because I was thinking back about the stories, you know what I mean, like the stories on TV of people getting fucking killed, and all I was doing was walking to the fucking store, and the only thing I could figure is I had a backpack on, so the guy thought I was homeless and maybe drunk or on substances, and I get that, but to single me out and put my life in the hands of officers who may not be as compassionate or kind as him, and they come up on me in the middle of a country road where there's no witnesses. Do you think I could take that fucking risk, dude? And I wasn't dancing in the middle of the road acting crazy. And that's me. That's what I've attracted my entire life, is people who single me out for special treatment because I'm crazy. You're the weird one. You're the crazy one. You're the fucking wrong one. We're the right ones. The mob is right. You're wrong. The individual has no rights. The mob, the hive mind, has rights. You don't. Comply, conform, cow down to the mass ideology and the mass mistakes, and then you'll be taken care of. Fuck that. I ain't gonna fucking do that, dude. Fuck you and fuck that. I ain't gonna fucking do that. I'd rather be ugly, fat, alone, fucking free. I'd rather be fucking free than sit there and cow down to any of you motherfuckers or anybody as a goddamn slave. I'd rather be free and die in the goddamn streets than have any of you motherfuckers claim my success or any of you motherfuckers claim that you made me or you did this or you did that. You didn't. That close, man. That fucking close to being fucked up. That fucking close to being killed tonight. Hand to God. Hand to fucking God. Make no mistake, dude. Like, if that shit went wrong, if I didn't have my composure and my cool about me, and the cop asked me, the sheriff's deputy asked me, he's like, what are you doing? And I explained the whole situation. I was like, man, I'm walking to clear my head because a lot of my fucking family died during the holidays. This ain't a good time for me. And, that's it, man. That's fucking it, man. I mean, people look at me and they fucking pile on assumptions. And he asked me questions, and they, to their credit, they followed up. They're like, "Is everything going okay at home?" Not really. Not really. No. Everything's not going okay at home. This is not my home. This is a place where I pay bills, and I fucking, pay bills, and that's it. Because I have obligations, and I have responsibility, and I care about people. But even that seems to be a high crime in my country. Even that seems to be a high fucking crime for Americans. Even that seems to be a fucking weird thing anymore for predators and pimps who exist amongst us. They can't fathom why somebody wouldn't exploit everybody around them to fucking sit there and get personal gain. They can't fathom that. They can't fathom somebody being selfless and having a heart. I can. I mean, I'm that kind of person. What do you want me to tell you? What do you want me to say to you fucking people? Do you want me to tell you that I'm okay and lie every day and then ending up dead on the fucking news? This is my therapy. This is the only way I survive, man. This is the only fucking way I fucking live. Is being this way, and I can't help it. I can't fucking help who I am. Only thing I can do for you people is to not hurt you. That's it. Sometimes the best I could offer you is not cracking you in the fucking face because you deserve it and beating your goddamn brains in like a fucking animal, because you know what? Some of you deserve that shit, dude. I was a hair away from getting fucked up tonight. I was a hair away, dude. And you don't make no mistake. I do not underestimate that shit for a second, dude. Getting stopped by cops, that is a fucking gamble you cannot risk anymore. And God forbid if I was a black guy. God fucking forbid if I was a Mexican. God forbid if my skin tone was a little darker and I had a beard. And I said something the wrong fucking way, dude. The wrong cop at the wrong time could have made an assumption and blew my fucking brains out. And my family, which I don't have, but anybody else around me would have been like, what did he do? And all it would have been was the story that guy said. I was crazy, dancing out in the middle of the fucking road.